Hello, I'm Andrew Ginter, the Vice President of Industrial Security at Waterfall Security Solutions. I'm here at the CyberTek Festival in Poland. I'm learning a lot. I'm talking to a lot of people. It's a tremendous event. I invite you to join us next year. There's many principles in cyber-informed engineering. I think the first three are arguably the most important. The first one has to do with consequence-focused design. Cyber-informed engineering teaches us to focus our security efforts first on the most consequential events and deal with the less consequential events later. The second one is engineering-focused design. What is this? Imagine that each of us is a technician in a power plant. We're responsible for 6 massive boilers. We're thinking 4-story boilers. We work 8 hours a day. Every one of us works 8 hours a day within the kill radius of a worst-case boiler explosion. How would we prefer to be protected from a cyber attack that overheats the furnace under our boilers? Would we prefer a mechanical valve where if the pressure is too high, it forces the valve open, the steam escapes and there's no explosion? Or would we prefer a longer password on the computer controlling the furnaces? Most of us prefer the valve. It's unhackable, but where is the valve in ISO 27001? No mention of it. In the industrial 62443, no hint of it. This is an engineering tool that is, there are powerful engineering tools for addressing risk that have been ignored in conventional cybersecurity. And the third principle has to do with information flow. If we see information as the asset, as we do on IT networks, we seek to protect the information. CIE teaches us that information is the enemy. The only way our control system can change from a normal state to a compromised state is if attack information enters the system. We have to control the flow of attack information, not protect the attack information. Well, let's hit the 3 principles again. The first principle is consequence-focused design. If we focus on the big fish and address the highest consequence events, 9 times out of 10, we've also addressed almost all of the low consequence events. Focus on the big fish rather than focusing on the little fish and discovering we have no budget left to address the big fish and now we're stuck. Start with the big problems. With engineering design, these are powerful engineering tools that most of us have ignored historically. And so, this is a way to increase the effectiveness of our security program and usually reduce the cost. This is, it's a huge business benefit. And finally, on the information side, if we ask the wrong questions, how do I protect the information asset? Confidentiality, integrity, availability. If we ask the wrong question, we get nonsense answers. Asking the right question, how can I control the flow of attack information to prevent compromise? Now we get sensible answers. So, I see cyber-informed engineering as the most important change in the industrial security landscape in 20 years. We probably have 3 goals for the festival. The first is the obvious. We're a vendor. We want to sell our technology. To do that, we have to get the word out. So, we have to be here. Second is we rely on partners, especially in Europe. There are language barriers, there are cultural barriers, and so we hope to, meet with our partners. We hope to recruit additional partners, and we do that at CyberTek. And finally, we come here to learn because the products we produce, the features we build into the products, they have to meet customer needs. And so, I am sitting into the presentations, learning from customers. I am talking at the booth to customers, learning about what they need. This is all very important.